Is the Nike LeBron Witness 7 worth the $105 retail price? Oh man, that price just keeps on climbing. But let's check them out. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be looking at the cushion, traction, support, just everything that goes into the performance side for these shoes and how they play. But we'll get into that in just a second. First, I'm going to knock out some of the basic info. So this is LeBron's 7th shoe to release in his budget-friendly line that Nike labels as like his Witness shoe line. And these are going to be on the slightly higher side of the scale though, retailing for $105. I mean, that's going to be cheaper in general, but it's more so on the pricier side whenever you're talking about a sub shoe line at least. He does have his Soldier line out there too that people have kind of thrown into the comments. I almost forgot about those. I kind of loved my LeBron Soldiers whenever I was growing up, but we'll get back on track now. So as far as the appearance goes on these, if it reminds you of your shoe or like it looks similar to something that you feel like you've seen before, it's probably the LeBron Witness 6. These look pretty much exactly like the LeBron Witness 6. And brands do that sometimes with these budget-friendly lines. Like I know the Giannis Immortality 1 and the 2s look the same, even though they flipped the swoosh. The Curry Hover Splash 1 and 2 look the exact same. That's kind of what happens. But if you look at these from the side, you're going to get more of like an angled Nike swoosh that kind of bleeds onto or like connects into the midsole. Then you're also going to have an orange strap that ties into the laces, but I'm going to get to that more in a second. No branding on the tongue for these. I'm honestly not a huge fan of that, but you do have the lion's face stitched onto the heel since, you know, LeBron has earned the nickname King James. Let's say so at this point. And the lion's the king of the jungle. I do the same spiel every time that I bring up the lion's head. I'm sure you guys know by now, but honestly, I do think the Witness 7 looks pretty nice. At the same time, it's nothing too special, and that's not what we come here for. It's more about the performance. So now let's see how they hold up on the court. All right, so now getting into more of the tech specs and the performance side for this model, and starting off with the cushioning. The LeBron Witness 7 is going to get a full-length Max Air unit in a low-profile midsole, combined with some foam wrap-up for support, and that's going to be for more so when you're moving in those lateral directions. And I guess the Air is also specifically placed in the forefoot to kind of help reduce the weight and increase your responsiveness. And the purpose of that is, I guess, to help more so with your impact absorption while supporting like a smooth transition from your heel to toe. And that's more so just how Nike lays it out there for you. So similar to LeBron's signature shoe line, I mean, cushion is a spot where his shoes just tend to play really well, and that has been pretty consistent in his budget-friendly line too. I have only played in the last few models dating back to the Witness 5s now, but I mean, they've been softer than some other basketball shoes in that same type of like, you know, price range. And they get some nicer quality cushioning features like for a sub shoe line, so that does kind of add up a little bit. But using our durometer to check out the midsole, these were reading at a 45. It's a little bit more firm than average, but when it comes to the actual cushion and just how they play on the court, I would say that's one of the main, if not the main, highlights for the LeBron Witness 7. So now looking at more of the materials and the support, the upper is going to be made out of a breathable mesh that's meant to provide a lightweight and conforming fit from the webbing and like just harness your foot forward into like this external molded piece that's just supposed to help lock in your heel. And you're also going to have some reinforced stitching on there just along the sides to help the shoe fit a little more snugly for full foot containment. And that's more like, again, what Nike's telling us is being used for the actual makeup. But the Witness line has been just much lighter than any of the shoes to come out of LeBron's main line. And these are going to follow suit with that, with the size 10.5 weighing only 404 grams. That is down like 30 grams from last year's model, which was already extremely light. I mean, all those features that I just rattled off, I mean, just like the price is going to be a little bit more than average for your budget-friendly shoe, I mean, they still do put that money to use. Like we just covered all the cushion features and like the quality of the materials that they use. It's just like a higher quality feel, but the upper is going to be a little bit more thin this year, like than some models in the past. Still, you are going to have a solid heel counter to kind of help the back half of the shoe. But I will say the front portion moves a little bit more than just the last few models kind of have. But at the same time, you are going to have some laces that kind of feed through this little orange strap in the midfoot. And that's just like a little band that Nike put there to help tighten your foot into the design. So, I mean, support isn't anything special, but at the same time, it's not bad for a lighter model. Finishing off with the traction, you can see that the Witness 7 has like a pretty organized traditional herringbone setup with the arrows down there. The rubber outsoles actually kind of split off and partially cut out under the arch, and that just helps them bend and flex while reducing the overall weight. And I just kind of wrapped on talking about how light they are, but traction's a spot where like the LeBron Witness line has been outplaying his like LeBron's main shoe line for a while now. The LeBron 20s did take a major leap this year, so I maybe wouldn't say they bite the floor that well, but the Witness 7 still gives you solid grip. Like the grooves are going to be super deep. This is one of those shoes that would be great for outdoor use between like the durability and the impact protection. And when it comes to price range, LeBron just has one of the better performing, just budget friendly lines. And a lot of that is going to be due to, you know, his shoes getting some higher quality stuff, like some Air Max cushioning, like just different things like that. While there isn't a spot that I can draw out as maybe amazing, nothing really lacks on this model. So are they worth the $105 retail price? I'd say so, especially for outdoors. Thank you guys for taking some time to watch. Feel free to throw us a follow or a sub if you like this video. And if you're interested in buying these shoes and you want to support our channel, just click the link here on screen, or we have links down below or in our bio. Feel free to check that out. But until next review, I'm Landon from Shoewear. Peace.